Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
Hey guys, we have left the island for a day, maybe two max. What we're doing is going down to the big city, to the U.S. consulate in Toronto. So that's our nearest U.S. consulate, and we're doing we have a meeting with them for the dual citizenships for some of us. They're all in various stages.
We also had to apply for 2 Canadian passports, renew a couple of driver's licenses, and hit a barbershop for a much-needed haircut for the boys.
In the meantime, we have about a 4.5 hour drive getting down. We're going to go see my brother, maybe spend the night there camping at his property. And then after that, it's an hour and a half to downtown, and we got to be there early. So it's going to be an early morning tomorrow.
That's so beautiful.
We're just pulling in at my brother James's place, and all the kids are outside, all excited to see us, and we're excited to see them. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're camping here tonight.
So excited! Pedro?
Oh, look at everybody! Like,
I've looked at the exact same one. Yeah? Yeah, we got it all prepped and ready. Just right when I was like shooting a block. Okay, chill. Like my time to set up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're really comfortable. I actually had no idea.
We have a big, beautiful extended family here in Ontario, and it will definitely take more than one day to reconnect with everyone. It was so wonderful to meet up with our family again, and as the evening progressed, more and more cousins showed up to say hi.
Sean.
Up early the next day, we head down to the city on what would end up being several days of very early morning lineups and appointments. And we are very happy to say that we got all our paperwork renewed. Our last stop before heading back to the cabin is a very special visit to our Oma and Opa on Oma's 79th birthday. We enjoyed a beautiful visit with our wonderful grandparents, and we look forward to many more fun times together this summer. Happy 79th birthday, Oma. We love you. After a short but wonderful visit, we were excited to get back up north, where we were greeted by some of the local wildlife.
So that was pretty exciting. Caroline and I were just coming back, and there was a cute black bear on the road. But yeah, so luckily you drive pretty slow on these back roads, and because there seems to be always wildlife. But what a beauty black bear! Super excited to see it.
Mom has been looking at a baking table for her kitchen for some time, but after making a few calculations, she figured that if we were to make it ourselves, we could buy the wood and some of the tools for the same price as the store-bought table. In the spirit of resourcefulness and learning to be more self-reliant, we gave it a try and ended up with a very nice addition to Mom's kitchen. One of our favorite ways to connect with nature and get a bit of exercise at the same time is to paddle a canoe around the island. The canoe has played a very important and historic role in Canadian history. Originally, the Indigenous people of Canada traveled across the endless rivers and lakes using their beautiful handcrafted birch bark canoes. Years later, the fur traders and explorers adapted the canoe to carry them through the vast wilderness in search of the beaver pelts that helped establish the nation of Canada. Canoeing is still the preferred method of travel in the backcountry here, where they can be portaged into the rivers and lakes that motorized boats cannot get access to.
Hey guys, it is Wednesday evening and it is not all work on the island. We do take some time to have fun, and right now we're heading out for a bit of a fishing trip. It's a gorgeous evening, not a cloud in the sky, the sun's going down in the background, and hopefully we'll hook a couple of fish and see what we get.
Just pull like right into the spot where we climb up to jump.
Yeah.
Nice. Knew there's bass here.
Nice one.
Yeah. Nice smallmouth.
Go back and get bigger. We should.
Maybe that would be a good spot. Like as I landed, it started to strike. That's a little bit. Come on, buddy. Oh, no. That was a decent little, whatchamacallit? Small one. The little guy. Ah, it came off. It's under the tree there is where I came. No! That was a good one. Oh man.
All right, we got a bunch of smallmouth bass. Had a lot of fun. We just released them. This time of year we just catch and release, but in this lake we have mostly smallmouth bass. There's some largemouth in kind of the reed swampy areas, and then we've got a good bunch of lake trout, but they like to sit really deep, so you either have to troll for those or jig really deep. I'd say sometimes 100 feet, 75 feet, even deeper, 150 feet, and that's where the big lake trout are. When we're going for food, actual fish that we can smoke, we'd go for the lake trout, but right now we're just having fun catching some smallmouth bass. And these wild bass up here, these Ontario bass, they fight like crazy. They can only be that big, but they'll feel like they're that big, so it's a lot of fun. It's getting dark now, so we're gonna head back and make a little fire.
All right, so while we head back, we're just threw a line out and we're gonna be trolling for some pike. There's some pretty big pike in this lake. Dad caught a few big ones last time we were up. Probably won't catch anything, but it's worth a shot.
Good morning, guys. We are going to head into town today. As you see in the background, we've been using my brother's boat. Our boat is fine, but the outboard motor, we have a 2-stroke Mercury, needs some repairs, and over the years it's kind of become a little bit unreliable, so we're going to go and take a look at getting a new outboard. Hopefully we can find a good deal and find one available. We'll take you with us and let you know how it goes.
Yep, but now I'm on you, so you're good.
Alright, we just dropped off the boat at Legend Boats, and we took a look at the brand new engines, which by the way are unavailable anywhere. They have about 9 engines on order of the size. We were looking at 30 horsepower, but they ordered them last August and still nothing, so it's crazy. We even looked at Yamaha, he said the same thing. So on both of them we've been on their waiting list for like 2 years, and no action. So, but we heard the best news ever. Our little 2-stroke 30 horse Mercury is a really good engine, and the guy came out and he said, whatever you do, don't get rid of this thing. They're going to try to fix it up, replace the carburetor, a few minor things. Hopefully that's all it is, and whatever it is, we'll end up with our good old original Merc. And those things, it should have 10 years more in it, or even more, and we've learned how to do all the maintenance on it and everything, so we're pretty excited. That might be our solution. Besides, the new engines are insanely expensive. In the last 2 years since we looked before we left on our last trip, they were $2,000 cheaper. So now to get a 30 horse on our boat would cost about $12,000. To get a 25 horse 4-stroke on our boat would cost $10,000. So it's prohibitive, and I was sitting there not knowing what to do, but now I'm leaving with a lot of hope that we can get our original boat going. And for a couple $100 we could be back in the water. So stay tuned, we'll let you know what happens. All right, we're back at the lake. We after the boat place, we went and got groceries, and now we've loaded up the boat. We're heading into the cabin. It takes almost, well, basically takes a full day to go get groceries, so we are very careful to plan properly, and then we try to do it maximum once a week, but we're trying to get down to being able to go grocery shopping every 2 weeks, and that's why we're working so hard to get things properly put away in our freezer, vacuum sealed and all that, so that we can have our own supplies as much as possible. And try to lead you away, and they fly right over top, and then when you get far enough away they go back. What's that, Lando? Hey buddy, wait till we get there, okay? Don't try to jump. Here buddy. Oh yes, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. You want to play ball?
Where'd you
Go get the ball.
When we were back in the city, we were dismayed to find out that our favorite Caribbean restaurant, Soul Live, had closed its doors. So while Mom and Dad are out canoeing, I am going to make everyone a delicious roti. Make sure to join us next week as we explore some of the history of this place and learn from the legacy of those who built these cabins, how to be more self-reliant. Back in their day, this lake was only accessible by float plane. So they had to be very resourceful and skilled in off-grid food storage and other survival techniques. We will also embark on probably our biggest project yet, restoring the antique cold storage cabins that have fallen into disrepair back to their intended use.
Alright, so this cabin here is a old underground cold storage that the original owners of this place would have built. They would have dug it all out and then built this entire amazing Scandinavian scribe like just about every other cabin that's here. Really detailed, good work. So it's lasted a really long time for being half buried in the ground, but at this point it's fallen into disrepair. But we're updating a lot of the old stuff because how they did it in the old days, everything was self-sufficient. This would make it where we can store vegetables in a cool place with absolutely no power needed, which is your optimal situation when you're living off the grid.
And in the meantime,
we'll see you down the road.